Hey all, Sinjui here, back again with a segment I like to call Sinjui Reviews Things. Today we'll be reviewing the Master Grade Astray Blue Frame, second revise, and there he is. So, the main color scheme of this guy is the blue frame, of course, with some of the white armor pieces, some of the black accent pieces around here, around there, and that orange, that nice orange. It kind of gives it a little more color and it makes it pop. So let's check them out. All these armor pieces do a good job of creating like, I don't know, like a skeletal feel, I guess. And this version of the Astray is a little more bulkier, I guess. Well, because of the shoulder armor pieces. But yep, there he is, looking all fancy. Alright, let's just check out the articulation here. So as for the head, it can look up. Well, it's already looking up. There it is. That far. Looks down that far. It can't look too far down because of that color piece on the bottom. Looks to the sides that far, and that's due to the fact that there's a collar here and a collar there. So yeah, it can do the chicken neck, doink doink doink. As for the shoulders, where the shoulder blade is, or where the shoulder, I don't know what that muscle is called, but yeah, that piece, it kind of freely roams around, so it has a little bit of movement, but I can't really show over here. As for the shoulder armor, pop these two guys up. These move that far, and you can get it to come all the way up. That orange piece is going to get in the way, but yeah, there you go. Pretty nice. So when it's up here, I guess I'll show everything else. So as for the arm, it does turn out the bicep, and the nice arm bend, like all Astrays, it goes pretty far up. As for the forearm, there's that nice little forearm thing that most Astrays have. And for the hand, it goes all the way around because it's on a ball joint. And this is the 3-finger or 3-joint hands. So you got the thumb, you got the trigger finger, and you got the 3 fingers that are stuck together. So you can make a nice fist, I guess. Okay, as for the chest, we have a little bit of a bend in the midsection right here. It's kind of slight, but you kind of see it. And then of course there's the cockpit. It's kind of hard to open this guy, so I'm not going to do it. For the front skirt, just a little wiggle. It doesn't really move too much. There's just a little wiggle in there because it's on a ball joint, I think. Alright, as for the legs, they come up that far, back that far. Oh, and some pieces are falling off. The leg bends pretty nicely, like that. And if you saw at first, all the armor pieces separate, looking all nice. Let's do that again. Oh yeah, look at that. Too cool. Alright, for the ankles, you got some movement on the top and also where the foot is. So 2 bends. And these little pieces right here can move out, so it could get out of the way of the leg or the feet. Alright, and what else? What else moves? I think that's basically it. So, let me get into accessories, I guess, while I put this back in. Okay, so as for accessories, we will be getting a nice stand, and this stand is mainly for the weapon. There you go. We got two kind of like daggers, the Schneider kind of daggers, and they come with a little sheath thing, which can plug into, which way does this go? Yeah. Plugs into where the leg is. Nice ball joint, so it just moves freely. And you get two of these. Oh, come on. Okay, there you go. Stand still. Stand still, you. Okay. Alright, and for accessories, it comes on the body, so I can't really show you. The feet, they do have some little daggers, which is kind of cool. So it's on both of them. Yep. And last but not least, the biggest thing will be the sword. There it is. Oh, there it is. Let me get into frame. There you go. This is one nice looking sword. I like it in this mode. So it has 3 modes, and this is the best mode, in my opinion, that is. In a normal person's hands, it's kind of like a really big dagger in a way. Actually, you know what? Give me one moment. Alright, so as for comparison's sake, I do have a knife of my own. And in proportions, it's roughly about the same, kinda. So in the hands, it's like that, and in the hands, it's like that. So it's rather big. Alright. So can it hold it? Yes, it can. It holds it pretty well. The balance is pretty good. Let's have a comparison of how big it is compared to the actual mobile suit, and it kind of towers over him. So you do need that stand, which kind of plugs into right there. But it can hold it in some forms where it doesn't really need the stand. So I'll show you that later. But let's just get into transformations of this thing. Alright. Here's basically the sword mode. The handle, it can't freely go around, so whichever hand you would like it could do it. Alright. These little kind of thruster looking things, they move around. Alright. And they also have little wings, which I have to give some warning. When you put these in, try to be careful and not really force it in. That's what I did, and I kind of broke one. So this one's just hanging on for dear life. And it's not really in too well, but it gets the job done, I guess. Because that piece just flew off into the distance, and I could not find it for the life of me. Alright. As for the rest of the sword mode, nothing else really moves. And let's just get into the next mode. So here's one of the modes. It's kind of like a machine gun, I guess, or like a turret. I don't know. But it basically stands on where the blades are. And there is an exposed, like a machine gun or a Gatling gun like barrel. He can hold it. There is a handle that comes off from the sword handle. Here you go. And for those black pieces, you do pop those off of the back of the mobile suit where it looked like wings, and you just pop them on top and the bottom. So, yep, there it is. I don't really like this mode, but yeah, it does transform into this, so I guess I have to show it off. On to the next one. Alright, so here we are with the next mode, which is the flight pack. Go. Let's move him around. Here he is. So there it is. So you can angle these wings however you like. They are on a nice joint that can move to and fro and about, whichever way you like. But this makes the mobile suit a bit heavy, so yeah, you're gonna be left with one of these kind of poses. But overall, it does stand pretty well. Ankles do seem to bend a lot whenever, like you have this pack on. But it looks great. I do like this pack. There you are. Okay. And I think there is one more mode. Onto that. Alright, last but not least, we have these guys. I don't know what the official name of these guys are, but I like to call them beam daggers. So yeah, these come with nice little pink effect parts that go onto where the it gets pretty heavy. All right, where the blade is. So you basically take it off, and you end up with just that. Slap on those effect parts, and you get these guys. They're pretty nice and sturdy. You can pose them however you like, cause it has two connection points, which is the hand, and there is also a peg that pegs into where I guess like a shield goes. There's a peg right there. So these guys aren't going anywhere, which is pretty cool. Yep. So you get a bit front heavy. The ankles don't really hold them up too well, but yeah. I don't know how this is gonna go with the stand, but I guess you could try to angle him in a way where he doesn't fall down like this. So, yep, there's that. Alright, so on to the final thoughts of this guy, and I'll show you that he can actually hold up a sword without the stand. There he is, holding that sword up by himself. Yeah, I've had him in this pose for a couple of days, and he hasn't fallen down or anything, so pretty nice. It is well balanced, like right in the middle, where the tip isn't really all too heavy, and all the weight just goes down into his legs. So, pretty good. You could, I guess, achieve this kind of look at least. Anything else would kind of be cumbersome, but yeah. Alright, so final thoughts of this kit. I do like it. It is such an amazing kit. I haven't built any of the like other Astray kits, especially the red frame. I haven't built those before. I have done the real grade, but it is a different kind of build, so I guess I have no comparisons. But when you start building the legs, there is like sections where you plug in like little, I guess like pins, and I just thought that was kind of awesome. I love that part. That was the best out of the whole build. Well, maybe the sword was, but everything else was just great. Yep. Color scheme and everything, it just fits. I don't know why. Orange on blue on white, it just weirdly works. But overall, this kit is just awesome. I love it. All the accessories, just how he looks and everything. Great. So, I would say it's a recommended buy. Sponsored by Sinjui. Yes. Alright. That's basically it. I will see you guys in another review or maybe another unboxing, whichever comes first. Bye.